Alright, weekly wrap-up video here. Firstly, Seekers had their rares and their mythic beacons reveal this week. So we've still got ultras and potentially like some one-of-ones or glitch beacons to reveal. There was also a hint on Twitter, I think it was Aaron McDonald, who kind of said like he's excited to see what his Seeker brings home. Maybe the rarer your Seeker, the more likely chance that it brings something home as well, like a rare item, I don't know. There was speculation that there's like 500 thingies that still haven't, just homeless, so maybe some of the rarer ones bring home a thingy. I have no idea what they're planning on doing, but it's exciting. Probably the ultras will reveal sometime this week. If it's the same timeline, it'll probably be Monday, but maybe they want to draw it out a bit since there's still probably 3 to 4 weeks before the Seekers actually come home. There's been some Omnichain NFTs that are getting a bit of talk. So the main ones are Ghostly Ghosts, and then I've stumbled across Tiny Dinos as well. And so how Omnichain NFTs work is they are minted across multiple chains like Avalanche, Polygon, Ethereum. Tiny Dinos were on 7 different chains, and they call it traversing. They can traverse between chains. So you could mint it on Avalanche and then sell it on the Ethereum chain. It seems like with Ghostly Ghost, most of them ended up, or there's about, I think it was 2,000 per chain, and there's like 6,000 now on the for sale on the Ethereum one. But they had some pretty big volume this week. The Esto token discovery auction finished, and the price came out at picked up pretty quickly to about $0.75 US. With each ASM brain, you got 7,152 tokens. So it worked out that at that point, each brain got about $5,000 worth from tokens, which is pretty awesome. It's dropped back a bit now. It's 0.53. I worked out before it was about $3,800 per brain claim, which is still awesome. And probably a lot of people will be staking these to farm Gen 2 brains. There was also a bit of a run up in the AFA characters this week. They went from about 0.15 ETH to about 0.21 or 0.22, because what people realized was that while the AFA players are definitely getting some Esto token, and it's going to be like a reverse claim, so the longer you wait, the more tokens you get, but they think that the top amount you'll be able to claim per character would be about 1,200 Esto tokens, which at the current prices would mean that you'd get about just under 0.2 ETH per player. And when the players are only selling for about that themselves, people would definitely buying them. We'll probably learn a bit more about how that AFA character Esto claim will work in the future, but there was a bit of a hype this week. FLUF and Altered State Machine just announced, they'd already kind of teased this in an ASM AMA earlier, but FLUF and Altered State Machine, or Non-Fungible Labs really, are teaming up with Muhammad Ali Enterprises and Authentic Brands Group to make a metaverse boxing game. So you would have a character and you would train and compete to try and become like the champion boxer. And this is obviously using the Altered State Machine brains. We'll have to see more about what that looks like, but it seems like the team are really excited about that. So it'd be cool to see some kind of gameplay footage or a bit more about how this might work. Dan Carter, a rugby player from New Zealand who was in the All Blacks, got, I think, like the most points scored at some stage. He might still have that title. But anyway, he did a 24-hour kickathon this week to raise funds for UNICEF. The kickathon is done now, but he was kicking goals for 24 hours. He so far raised $396,000, and he's auctioning off a FLUF, and Brooke, one of the FLUF team members, he's also auctioning off a FLUF, and there's also a wallet address where you can just deposit ETH to donate to the cause. These are both in the FLUF World Discord, so you can check that out if you're keen to get involved. Brooke and Nux from the FLUF team did a pretty last minute AMA on Friday, and one of the things that came out of that was phase 2 is about giving back to the community and not making us spend more money on mints. So interested to see what that looks like. I'm kind of hopeful that something comes this Easter. Easter bunnies, we'll see. But I'm also hoping that this week they have a proper AMA with maybe Aaron and Alex or Jesse and talk about breeding and the mycelium token drop. It seems like they can do these token drops pretty well with how the Esto one launched. think the one for the FLUF World may be a bit more complex with fluffs and party bears and thingies and burrows, but we'll just have to see how that goes. Cryptowalkers, I don't have one of these myself, but they had a weapons drop this week for their upcoming Play to Earn game. The weapons were free to claim if you had a Cryptowalker, and they all got minted super quick. They're selling for about 0.06 at the moment, and reveal is happening sometime this week. Brandverse have teased a few more watch classes. They released the Rogue and the Nomad this week. They also announced the winner of the naming competition for their upcoming watch mint. It's going to be called Xena, and the next stage now is they're doing a competition for the logo. So if you want to get involved in that, the winner gets a Brandverse ambassador token, which the floor on that at the moment is about 2.7 ETH, so could be worth it if you're a designer. Also check out the video I did this week with explaining Brandverse. You can also win a allowed list spot for their upcoming watch mint. Yeah, so make sure you check that one out, and that's all for this week. We'll see you next time.